Hello, my name is Picana. You might know me for creating some interesting City Skylines 2 builds over on my YouTube channel. Today, I'm collaborating with Paradox Interactive to help show you the new features of the City Skylines 2 expansion pack Bridges and Ports. This is the second of the 2 tutorial videos I've created for you for this expansion. In the first video, we looked at bridges as well as taking a closer look at the new zonable assets, piers, parks and signature buildings. This video today is going to show you how to make the most of the new transport option, the ferries, the 2 new industries, that's fishing and offshore oil, and of course, we'll be having a closer look at the port features as well. First up, let's take a look at ferries. The citizens of your city can use these ferries to beat the daily commute with a short trip over a bay or down a river, travel to remote communities to enjoy some downtime, or simply use them as a connection to other modes of transport like the port's modular passenger terminal. To get things moving, you need to create places where the vessels can pick up and drop off passengers. Ferry stops can be placed directly on quay walls, or if a quay wall doesn't exist, you can place them directly on dry land with the shoreline ferry stop. For a quick example of how to hook things up, let's create a short route. So here, I'm going to create a quay wall stop over on the other island. I'm going to make sure that that route can connect to our existing seaway. The ferry line tool is the tool that you're going to use to actually create the individual routes. So we just click on one stop, we'll shift this over, click on the next stop, go back over, click on the original one, look for complete route, and there we go. We have a fourth route in this city now. Much like using the buses in the game, nothing's going to work without a depot, and the ferries are no different. Without this building, there will be no ferries on your route. Now we do have a little bit of a problem here in that all of the ferries are actually in use, so what we're going to do is we're going to upgrade it, and that's going to give us another 10 ferries for our multiple routes around the city. And after a short wait, you can see that we're now getting the ferries that we require. These guys will now happily make their own way over from the depot to the chosen route that you've created. If you want to see passenger numbers at any time, just jump in the transportation menu, and much like the other modes of transport, you'll see all the current numbers and usage here. If you plan on upgrading an existing route by adding additional stops, all you need to do is simply drag the existing route over to the stop. And now, perhaps, leaving the best till last, we have the ferry terminal. This asset needs to be placed on the shoreline, and from there you can create a pier length of your choice. Then you simply connect the route, exactly the same as you saw earlier. This comes with an integrated bus terminal upgrade, so you can run multiple bus routes directly into your ferry terminal and connect your citizens to the rest of the city. The first of the new industries we're going to have a look at now is offshore oil. Be aware there are 2 different types of oil platforms: the floating, semi-submersible for deeper waters, and the smaller compliant tower for placement near the shoreline. Here, I'm going to expand my oil industry with another offshore oil drilling area hub. You can find this under the Specialised Industry tab. After placing on the shoreline, a pier will need to be constructed through the upgrade menu for that building. The bigger the pier, the more landing berths you'll have for your ships. I'm going to place a new semi-submersible platform out in the sea, and that purple overlay will show you just exactly where the oil reserves are. So while I ensure that there are seaways connecting the 2 assets, I'll go ahead and connect a short route from the hub to the platform. Oil tankers will automatically spawn once the route is live. These oil tankers are now ready to transfer oil from the platform to the hub. As I said earlier, the smaller compliant tower is for extracting oil reserves closer to the shore. These do not require any ships, but instead you'll connect them directly to the hub building using the oil pipe that's found in the upgrade menu. Look out for the green marker that indicates that you have a successful connection, and once you have everything connected and the oil is flowing, you can add some storage from the upgrade menu, or maybe even hide some of that grass with a concrete surface for a better look. The second industry that we're going to have a look at today is going to be fishing. There is open water fish farming and also inland fish farms. As you'd expect with open water fish farming, we're going to have a fleet of ships to help bring in our catch. The process for this is very similar to the oil industry that we've just seen. We place down a hub, we draw a pier. Instead of using oil platforms, we're actually going to use a little fishing area, then we're just going to draw out the area that we want the fish farms to be in. Now this does need to be connected to the outer waterways, and you can see that we've already got a complete fish farm there, up in the top right hand side. Connecting the routes is exactly the same as the oil industry. Again, just look for the message to say you've completed your route. Much like the oil industry, the fishing industry does have ploppable storage assets as well, and you got a little selection of warehouses that you can use within the radius of the main hub. Under the industrial prop menu, you're going to find some bridges and port specific props here, and you can create your own little scene, and I'm just going to have a little bit of outdoor storage here. Along with that, we can create a little bit of a beach, and then we can have a look at the inland fish farms. You set these farms up just exactly the same way you would any other farm in the game. You just draw out the area that you want the farm to cover. But in addition to that, you have the same ploppable storage options as you do the open water fishing as well. Any assets within the main farming area, they'll automatically spawn themselves. So now that we've managed to successfully expand our fishing and tourist town, we're going to have a look at the ports. Ports can be accessed through the transportation menu and then the water tab, and there you'll find that there's 3 port sizes to choose from. When you click on the main port building, there's 23 upgrades within that menu. Both the customs office and the Reacher Stack Garage, however, are only available on the larger port assets, and they will appear as an upgrade on the main building themselves. Everything else in that menu, however, is ploppable. Some examples here are the emergency response department taking care of any fires. We've got the port security keeping an eye on crime, and even an employee canteen keeping the workers happy. The cranes for the containers need to be placed directly on quay walls, and the same goes for passenger terminals. Obviously, these assets are going to need access to the boats. When you're building your port, you'll find that there are 4 storage types, and each type is available in 3 different sizes. First up, we have the containers, which I've used here extensively building this large port, and then we also have cargo warehouses. Now, both of these hold a wide array of raw materials, processed goods, as well as mail. Next up, we have tank farms, and you're going to see just behind the Reacher here that we have these little storage units, and they're going to hold oil and petrochemicals. And then finally, we have bulk storage. Now, this is going to hold mostly raw materials that you have from your extractors elsewhere in the city, so think about ore, coal or stone, but it will also hold processed concrete as well. When designing your port, think about how the goods are going to be moving around. The cargo ships, of course, will be bringing goods in and out via the container cranes on the quays, and after that the reach stackers will be transporting cargo from the quayside to the storage units. Then, of course, there will be a lot of industrial traffic bringing stuff in and out of the port as well. You can bypass the need for some of that traffic to come into the port by utilising the intermodal train terminal. The reach stackers will in fact transfer cargo directly from the ships to the terminal. Within the port building menu, you're also going to find 7 road types in addition to the port quay road, so you should have the tools to build some basic road access or intricate one-way systems. It's really up to you. In my city, I decided to give direct highway access to each of my 3 main port buildings, and it seemed to work pretty well. If you want to play it a little different, look out for the auxiliary port gates, and they're going to allow you to relieve traffic congestion with additional entry and exit points. So we've covered a lot in this video, and in fact we've covered a lot in the 2 videos combined. Remember, this is the second of the 2 videos I produced for bridges and ports, so do go check out the first one if you want to get a rundown on the rest of the pack. And I really do hope that you found it useful. With a bit of luck, you've maybe saw a few things today that you want to try out for yourself. Don't forget to subscribe to the official City Skylines channel right here to keep up to date with further updates and more content from your favourite creators. But that's it from me. Take care of yourselves, and I'll see you in the next one.